Hi, it's Sharon Lipinski, the Habit Superhero, and welcome to the Habit Huddle, where I share a quick tip, an insight, or a strategy that you can use to master your habits. Because the only thing that is standing between you and the life you want are the good habits you wish you had and the bad habits you wish you didn't. And in this episode, we're talking about troubleshooting. When you're struggling to create a new habit, where does that problem lie? When you're creating a new habit, you really want to be a problem solver because we know that creating a new habit is not easy. It takes time and it takes repetition, right? Over and over until you form that neural pathway in your brain. And until that neural pathway gets formed, right, you're going to have to figure some things out. If you're struggling to create a new habit, the problem could lie in one of three areas. And the first area is logistical. The problem could lie somewhere in your habit anatomy. So let's take, for example, the action step. Have you chosen an action step that is simple? Or are you having to make decisions and gather stuff and take all these extra steps? Because if so, that's a problem. When I was learning to create the exercise habit, I worked out in what I slept in. I had the music on my phone ready to go. And that was it because that was simple for me. I knew that I could do that. What can you do? Is your action step specific? Do you know exactly what you have to do? Or are you making it up on the fly? Is every day different? Know exactly what you're going to do. Is your action step attainable? Is it something that you are physically capable of doing? Do you have the equipment that you need, the knowledge that you need, the confidence that you need to follow through on this action step? And I'm going to throw in one more here that wasn't in the action step video, but I'm going to ask you, is your action step enjoyable? Right? And exercise is a great example here. If you decided to run and you hate running, and by the way, I hate running, don't run. Try a Zumba class. Make sure that your action step, in the beginning at least, is enjoyable or as enjoyable as you can make it. That's going to give you a greater chance for success. It could be a logistical problem with your trigger. So go back to that trigger video, watch that again. Have you put this habit in a time of day that doesn't really work for you? So if you're trying to exercise in the morning, but your mornings are really just too hectic, what if you tried to do it at lunch or before you get home from work? Or find a different time of day or try a different anchor habit, right? So instead of working out right after you wake up, what if you work out right after you brush your teeth and before your cup of coffee? Experiment with the times of day and the anchor habits until you find one that really feels right for your schedule and your life. Is it a logistical problem with your reward? And I have to say that I find people are so resistant to choosing a reward because what they say is that exercise is its own reward. But that's not true. If it was true, exercise would already be a habit. So find something. Go back to that reward video and find a physical reward, a social reward, a personal reward, right? Social rewards are very powerful. So if your reward doesn't include that, maybe try texting somebody after you successfully do it or posting it on Facebook. Find some way to involve other people in cheering you on for your success. But your problem may not be logistical. It might be motivational. Are you really passionate about creating this new habit? Because if you're not, why bother, right? Life is short and we don't have time to waste on stupid stuff that really doesn't add any value to your life. Now, if this really is a valuable habit, but you just haven't connected deeply enough to that reason, go back to the Know Your Why video and spend more time journaling about why this habit is going to improve the quality of your life. Amp up the pain by looking down the road 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. What is it going to mean if you still haven't created this habit? How is that damaging your sense of satisfaction of a life well lived, or your health, or your family? Really understand why it's important that you create this new habit. And if it's not logistical and it's not motivational, then it could be just a plain old-fashioned obstacle. So what got in your way? Was it your hectic work schedule? Was it vacation plans? Who is getting in your way? Are there friends or family members or coworkers who are throwing you off? What are you saying to yourself? What is your unhelpful self-dialogue? Do you have an internal conflict? Go back to the obstacles video for help on identifying your obstacles, because I can almost guarantee it, if you've had this obstacle come up in the past, you're going to have it come up again. That's just how life works. So you need to know how you're going to handle these obstacles so that you will succeed in creating a new habit. When you're creating a habit, you want to be a detective. So you realized, oh, I didn't do my new habit. What happened? Put on your detective hat. Who, what, where, when, why, how? How am I going to do my new habit? You're not going to get sucked into negative talk, because that does not work. So don't bother beating yourself up. All you're going to do is say, okay, this was the problem. This is what I'm going to do about it. And I'm going to get right back on that wagon because I deserve it. So just put on your detective hat. Keep experimenting, keep trying, and keep repeating this action until it finally becomes a habit. Thanks for joining me for the Habit Huddle. I want to hear from you. Where are you running into trouble? Are they logistical problems? Are they motivational problems? Are they obstacles that you're encountering? And what is your plan for overcoming it? Leave your questions, your comments, your concerns below the video. And if you enjoyed this episode, click the thumbs up. For more tips and insights on mastering your habits, click subscribe.